you could sense in all of them, John Batzik, Michael, and Fisher Stevens, the love they put into the show.
Mm-hmm.
They were in it. I mean, they've been in it probably for at least a year before, or
Right.
not even, but you could sense the love for their craft,
Yeah.
the attention to detail. We had 5 weeks, but I think it shows in the score that we didn't really cut corners with what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you have to be very flexible with a show like this because it is at once documentary, it is also sports movie, it's also family drama. So what was the process like for sort of finding the individual sounds and sort of weaving them into a cohesive whole, considering it has to be so many things at once?
Well, I think um something that became really useful for us is that because of the style of score that it is, which is neoclassical, you
Mm-hmm.
can do so much in that style, and then you can like lean into the specifics of that style. Let me give you an example. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of Baroque inspired music in the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something that works really well with that style.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So something that works really well with that style is a small ensemble, right? Just having the strings and maybe a little bit of piano and maybe some woodwinds works really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you can do so much of the intimate moments, right, of the show, right? Like you can get really in depth with the emotion of these very dramatic moments when they are talking about something that was really difficult for them to deal with or whatever. And then with that same ensemble then and with that same style, then you can go and do a lot of the football scenes,
Mm-hmm.
without actually having to reinvent the wheel or anything, right? It's just a style that lends itself to cover a really broad spectrum of
Mm-hmm.
emotions, right? So thankfully that ended up being like a decision that they
Yeah.
made on their end and we kind of like followed through with, and it ended up being the right decision because it also allowed us to write really fast,
Mm-hmm.
and it also allowed us to do something that I don't think we have done this in the past for a different project. But Anže is a classically trained cellist, right?
Well,
And I'm
not yeah. I mean, I studied composition, but cello in like primary school.
well, he's a cello player,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm a violin player, right? And then so we were able to record in each other's music and then have like better sounding demos. And then Chris Brocato, which is our additional composer, he plays guitar, so he helped us with some of the Spanish sounding music. And then we also have like Luisa Byron, who is one of the composers that works here at Remote Control. She also like helped us with the more challenging violin phrases and all this.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this to say, with that specific style of music that we ended up using for the show, we were able to like really do what we needed to do in this specific timeline that we had to do it.